I decided I'd get on here momentarily to show another little addition to my work, but I have made some little teddy bear hamsters out of other cedar scraps, and there was kind of a reason why I did this. I'll mention that I didn't want to carve too many of just the guinea pigs from them because I showed you all the ones I did in the video before and sort of put them into the linseed oil. And I will say, when I got to working on these hamsters, I carved out one little one from a scrap and then ended up deciding I saw that it was a lot of work. And this is a time when, the fact that I'm kind of tired because a lot is going on in my place of employment right now, and there's been other stuff along with the fact that I'm doing a show every weekend, so it's kind of really hard to do much in front of a camera. My knives are kind of dull and I need to sharpen them and need to get some time when I can get around to doing that. But what I wanted to say was that lately my focus has been on pet shop animals, creatures of the type that you can find in a pet store. And like I told you all, I kind of also, over these past couple of weeks, carved a couple of hedgehogs, which were made from leftover scraps. And like I would tell you, like I say, a lot's been going on all around me, so it's been kind of harder to get around to doing many more videos. And so I carved the hedgehogs separate from the video. They're soaking in the oil right now. They've got a few more days to soak, but before I soak the hamsters, I wanted to come on and show them because it is kind of one of those things where, like I say, trying to work on little animals you can find in pet stores, because people like hedgehogs, guinea pigs, hamsters, gerbils. Those are the kinds of things they keep as pets, and decided to kind of make these little tiny ones. And like I'm saying, I wanted to show them on here how I kind of carved them out and burnt them and all, just to kind of make their detail. And when I noticed these hamsters kind of turned out to look like little teddy bears in the end, I also knew it was for another thing, that there were these types of hamsters you find in the pet store that are called teddy bear hamsters, because they kind of look like little teddy bears in a way. And so I decided that that's what I'd call these, since they kind of came to turn out to look like little teddy bears. And there's probably also some little funny stories I'll tell you about the things of how it was with those little books I had as a kid about mammals and how it was. And I guess since I started, I might as well tell it all to you now. But on one of them, it was like on the left page where the two pages were open, there were gorillas. And since they were all in alphabetical order, on the other page was guinea pigs and hamsters. I don't remember exactly what it was when I was like a little kid in the first grade with that book and I took it to church, but there was a kid there who was about junior high age being kind of silly. I don't remember exactly what it was he said about it, but he pointed to the gorillas, then the guinea pigs, then the hamsters, and said something about that and that and that. I was starting to think, strange. Maybe he's saying you can have that and that and that as pets. No, I don't think so. You can't have gorillas as pets. So, what it all comes down to is this was the little funny, strange thing that I came up with, and it might not be a time when I can really carve much on video because I'm real busy and got a lot going on, but sometime in the future I will hope that with some of the other scraps I have that I have yet to carve little things out of, I'll tell you about that. And they're all just kind of designed in ways that They can carve all kinds of little creatures. I've got some little scraps. I can't remember whether it was genuine or African mahogany that these were from, but I do have a couple of little ones that, given their shape, I drew some lines in them that I could carve iguanas from them. I actually saw those when I was looking the other day for my hedgehog scraps, and then as I was at it, found some little ones that could, because of their shapes, be carved into little tadpoles. And it got me thinking, how I've raised tadpoles before, raised them into frogs, and bought them from the pet store as tadpoles and fed them and nurtured them, grew them into frogs. So that was kind of a little neat thing. And of all things I've shared, of all the pets I've taken to the taxidermist, two of those tadpoles that grew up into big bullfrogs, after they died, I took them to the taxidermist and got them freeze-dried and painted and have a little mounting of them. Did the same with a mud skipper I had around the same time that didn't live long under my care. So I'd say of all these creatures we've had, there have been ones for which I've collected pelts, collected skins, even purchased a few more recent taxidermies online in the wintertime with what I had. So there's been a lot to share, a lot to go on, and I'd like to say that for now on, I'll give you all one little last look at the teddy bear hamsters, at my little logo tags I put underneath, my initials, the year, and cedar, which is what they are carved from. And pretty soon it's going to be time, in the same jar where I took the guinea pigs out of the oil today, to dry them off and give them some time to cure in the air. These little teddy bear hamsters are going to go into the jar to soak in linseed oil for a few more days. So that's all I wanted to kind of come on here and say today, and hope all is going well for you, and hope to be back soon in another video. Thank you. Goodbye.